Okay, what do you do when you've had a bad interaction at work? If you're like me, it feels like a sucker punch. You come home, you may perseverate about it, you do the replay that night, maybe even into the next day, the next week, the next month, you're still thinking about it. You're thinking, what did I do wrong? Why did this happen? Why was I so triggered? Should I have said this? Should I have not said that? What do I do with this now? Okay. So all of us have times in our workplace where we have an interaction with someone that doesn't go perfect. And it most of the time just is down to communication. Either the other person has information that is wrong about you or wrong about the situation, or you have information that is wrong about the situation. You're making a judgment based on the little bit of information you know. They're making a judgment about the little information they know, and this little Venn-diagram comes together, and in that little circle where they both come together is conflict, okay? And one way to get through this and process it is, number one, I always ask myself, is this gonna bother me in a year? If it's someone that I'm going to have a long-term relationship with, or I'm gonna see again or work with again, and then it's gonna bother me in a year, right? It's gonna bother me in a month. I will address it because that to me is important. If it's something like you had a phone conversation with someone that you probably aren't gonna work with again, or it's not that important, just let it go. I ask myself, will it bother me in a year? That's my first filter. And if it does, then what I do is I determine, like, I'm going to spend all this energy perseverating on this, doing the replay, or I can spend that energy in calling the person, emailing the person, and having a 5-minute conversation to debrief. The 5-minute debrief is so much less energy provoking than we think. So our brain says, oh my gosh, avoid this person. Don't talk to this person. It's going to be too uncomfortable. You don't want to have a 5-minute debrief. But if you think about it, is it keeping you up at night? Have you spent hours throughout your day thinking, sick feeling to your stomach? Do you get hives thinking about this, running into this person again? Have the debrief, okay? Less energy suck than all this other stuff that's going through your mind. So what I will do is I will just email or text or call the person if I happen to know their number and just say, hey, our interaction left me feeling unsettled. I don't know about you. Maybe you were fine with it, but I wasn't. Can we have like a 3-minute call where I'd love to debrief with you? It's very transparent. It's very honest. It's very vulnerable. And it just says, I feel lucky about it, basically. Like, I don't feel like we had the best interaction. Can we just talk about it? Now, sometimes things are so heated that it's going to take more than 5 minutes. And if that's the case, then you need to do it. I suggest having a meeting face-to-face in a public place where you can walk away, where it's public, like Starbucks or the coffee shop or the hallway or something, where you have to keep things in check and they have to keep things in check, right? But man, a 5-minute debrief to explain your side and knowing going into it that what is going to be a positive outcome. That's really important. Is a positive outcome going to be if they apologize? Because if that's the case, you don't want to have the conversation because you cannot control what other people say. Is a positive outcome going to be that you just start sharing your side and you feel better about it? Then do it. So you have to ask yourself, like, what is the positive outcome I'm looking for? What is it? What am I going to define as success from this outcome of the debrief? And don't have the debrief if you're still angry, if you're still triggered. If you can actually get calm when you think about meeting the person, then it's time. And here's the thing, it's never too late to have a debrief. It's never too late to do the right thing. Even if months have passed, but it still leaves you feeling icky, do it. Do the 5-minute debrief. Okay, I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful, please, 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 please tell me what you liked about it, leave a comment, and share with a friend.